Welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to go 0 to 500k. So if you're new around here and you need some coins, drop a like down below. We're giving away 6 copies of the AFC, and all you got to do is subscribe and send me proof over on Instagram to get entered in. We're going to give away at 14k subs, so we're around 300 subs away. You guys are killing it, so get your entries in. And as usual, if you want coins in a cheaper and quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. So of course we do have lower budget methods, and if you do need something way lower budget, check out yesterday's video. That was a 0 to 200k, and that'll get you up to scratch. But if you do need to grab yourself a few coins to get yourself started, a good thing to do, you can go over to the stadium section. You will find, if you've been playing FIFA all year and you haven't stadium got it before, there's going to be a load of stuff in here that you can get rid of. For example, even if you go for the Tifos here, 485 coins per one. Things like Real Madrid might sell for a little bit more, but it is difficult to get them sold on. So if you just want to quick sell them, I mean, right there, that's about 1.3k. So if I do the whole page, you're getting a good amount of coins there. Between 8 of them, you're looking at about 4,000 coins. So realistically, very good start to most trading methods. If you've only got maybe 6k, it brings you up to 10, so you can do, you know, special card trading, or at least the bottom level of it. Of course, if you don't have any of these to do, you can go over to squad battles and get immediate coins for games and some packs at the end of the week. Same story with rivals, and if you haven't done it already, Foot Champs qualification gets you some tradable rewards as well. Now, going over to TOTS and Syria, we do have a few methods to explore on the higher budget end of things. So first of all, obviously you've just got the base level. If you are on lower coins, TOTS, Syria, if you pop it to maybe 20,000 coins, as you can see here, maybe 20, 30k, you got Danilo, you got Kinman J, because he's been double released, he's a really easy one to make coins out of. You've got Gabriel Streifers there, here, and is that all of them? That will be all. Now that's a simple filter to start you off. We had a look at that yesterday, but this is just the base level if you haven't done any others. Now there's a few places you can go from here. First of all, Moments and Defender. Now this one is going to bring you up Tomori and Cuadrado. Now what is insane to me is Tomori is probably one of the best defenders on the game, full stop, and he's been absolutely plummeted. Obviously the player picks that EA released basically ruined the entire Syria TOTS prices. So because of that, we have pretty mudded prices, but that does mean we've got some really good sniping to do. So if we look at the minimums here, Cuadrado's minimum is 55k. So you can make up to 100k off of him right now, being that he's going for about 155. So we've got to obviously put in the max price just to make sure these are accurate representations of the prices. So you're probably looking at about 160k in order to sell this guy on. So 10% of that is going to be 8k. So we've got to pop it down to 52, and that's going to be break even. So if we want to make some coins, let's say we want 4k, that'll be 148. If we want 8k, we'd have to go to 144. So I'd say I'm happy with 7k as a minimum profit there. Obviously it's not amazing, that's just what I'm looking at right now. Now some of you might say actually 7k is nowhere near what I want 10 or 20k. Sure, go a little bit further down. You can do kind of the maths bit by bit, work out the current value and work out where that aligns with what you want to get, and then that's what you want to put your max buy now as. Now I'm always happy for lower profits because I don't spend a lot of time trading, so the profits I can get I'm happy with. Now we're just going to do a bit of compare price. That's always a little bit more useful if you've got 147. That was, so if he's going for 160, you take 8k off. Let me work this out. Okay, so that's 5k profit. So that's actually not too bad. Now, realistically, I would, as I say, prefer a minimum of 7k profit, but I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, there's 5k profit, I'm not going to take it. You obviously want to take everything you can get. As you can see, the ones we were compare pricing off have disappeared. So that does seem like that was quite a good snipe. You can also see, because we've got that one there, there's definitely the ability to get cheaper ones. So if we go for that 145, just regular sniping rather than compare price, you should find some as well. Now I did get asked in the comments down below, what is compare price? Why is it useful? Essentially, you want to go onto the market, find some cheaper cards. You need it to be on the hour mark or below. If it's days, it won't work. But we've got this card here, you click X and then you just click B. It reloads the market, so a new one will pop up, but sometimes, and majoritarily, you are faster than people who are just searching by search. Usually it's a little bit better. You could mix this up a little bit and pop over Juve, because if you actually have a look, they've also got Di Maria on that filter as well. Because he's so much more expensive, it's unlikely that those two are going to correlate very well, and unfortunately, because Di Maria was a moment, we can't really mix him in with Lisandro Martinez. But what we can give a go at to kind of get them a little bit closer to each other is if we go Serie A Juve, not Serie A Juve, sorry, Serie A Argentina, we want to check the minimums for them both. So if we have Di Maria's minimum, 60k max is 1 mil, and then you've got Lisandro Martinez, 80k max is 1.5. So the cheapest you're going to get Di Maria right now is about 270k. So let's put the minimum buy now at 200k. Who comes up? So we've got Martinez, Dybala, and Di Maria. I think that is kind of how we'd want it. So we want to then put this up to about 300. Then what do we get? It's just Di Maria. So that is perfect. This filter will work pretty well as this kind of solution. Obviously, Dybala's not going to come up much, but you do have Di Maria and Lisandro Martinez on the same filter. So 275 there. Let's say 280 just for easiness sake of maths. 10% of that is 28. Half of that is 14. So the EA tax on this one is going to be 1 and then 14k there. So if we go for 260, we're making 6k. Not quite good enough for me there. So I would say 256, 10k minimum. You are, you know, when you're above 200k, 10k should be, you know, way minimum. We should really be going for a little bit more, maybe 15 or 20k, but as I always say, I'm looking for the quickest profits, the easiest profits. I'm not too concerned about getting the most profits. So for you guys, you might want to go a little bit further. I'd maybe suggest 250 if the market is the same as it is now. One thing I do have to stress that obviously we've got a lot of new viewers, which I'm so appreciative of, but I do need to mention things, obviously I've mentioned in the past because of that, and one of them is you need to make sure you're checking the value before you're sniping. I get some people comment and say, oh, I sniped for the same as you and it didn't come up correctly. That's because the value of the market can change. So you need to check what the cheapest one is for. That's what I obviously do first. You see me do that a lot, and that is part of the process of getting the snipes. You need to check the value. How much was that? Oh, that was an 11k profit. That would have been lovely. We've taken a bit of an L there, to be honest. Another nice little one that you can do that includes some of the same players. We will have Martinez on this one as well. Team of the season, you just want to go for Inter. I believe their cheapest player, to my knowledge. Obviously, we've got the lovely moments, Lukaku, but you've just got Martinez and Barella, which means price-wise, you set this to about 500,000 coins there. Maybe, let's have a look, 500,000. So you got just the Barella cards there. Now, realistically, if we're going to be wanting to get ourselves a good snipe on this guy, we need to bear in mind EA tax is going to be 25k. So we realistically, I'd say need to go to 460. So that means 15k profit with your 25k EA tax. Now, I do think this one's going to be a difficult one to get a good snipe on right now. But when rewards come out and things like that, when you've got, you know, a lot of supply on the market, you're going to be absolutely laughing. So you might want to spend a bit of time on this now, or you might want to wait, but it's definitely going to be a very good filter over the time that we are going to be doing the Serie A tot. So I would say I'll probably bash this a bit on Division Rivals Day and try and find, you know, a bit of a lower value there, of course. Now, another one we can do kind of similar in terms of how difficult it would be. I mean, I'll give an honorary mention that I can't afford to do, which is the Napoli one. So you obviously just want to go attackers, because Di Lorenzo and Kim Man-jae, you can do a defender filter, but that's kind of useless. But if we want to do the forward filter, you know, it's a little bit more difficult when we have Kvaratskhelia. That's yeah. I'm gonna say that's why we say it. And you got Osimhen. So this one's about 2.5, 3 mil. So quite a big filter there. I don't know how Osimhen is so expensive. I suppose I just don't feel like the card would be that good in game, but I played someone against it, it just wasn't that good. But we're going to give France another go, so that one as well, Rabiot and Hernandez. That's quite a simple one, I feel, just to round it all off, because that is a very easy filter to find. I'm going to pop this to, 900k maybe? 900k, so I can afford this guy just about. I mean, I'd like to have him on my team, but I probably won't spend, you know, the entirety of my coins. Hopefully he goes down a little bit once Ultimate Tots comes out. I assume he'll be the left back of choice for that. So we're looking at about 880k for this one. EA tax on that is going to be 44k. So we'll do 4 there. That's going to be 6k profit. That's going to be 16. That's going to be 26. So we're asking for a lot here in terms of the snipe. We've got Rabiot and Hernandez on this one. We essentially just want someone to either make a massive mistake with Rabiot or be very lazy with Hernandez. So I think there's still people who will make mistakes with Hernandez. Maybe someone tries to put him up for 9-10, puts him up for 8-10, but I don't think we'll get many. this is one of those filters where you really have to spend a little bit of time on it. Unfortunately, that is kind of how it gets when you're going to be making a big profit. You know, we only need 3 of these an hour to make near 100k. So that's kind of what you've got to think when you are at this level of sniping and you are sniping this kind of caliber of card, is that you don't need as much to get as much. So it's a good little one to spend a bit of time on. It can be a little bit frustrating, but of course it's worth it because you've got a big payout from some of these cards when you do get it. Now, if you are new around here and you're thinking, well, why would I subscribe? The video's not been that good. Firstly, I'm sorry. I hope, you know, for those of you who usually watch the videos, you're enjoying. But if you want a reason to subscribe other than the brilliant content, you've got the free copy of EAFC, and all you got to do is subscribe and send me proof over on Instagram. It's free to you, and you might get yourself a copy of a game that you're probably going to buy anyway. So it's a win-win, and you know, it makes me very happy when we sub. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, as usual, drop a like down below, subscribe if you have, and I'll see you tomorrow.